Hey Aries, welcome to your quantum reading. It's been a while, huh? I needed some time, but here I am, and I'm trying to get better at being in the habit of not explaining myself, but also I know I need to be a consistent human, but I do this every year. I just take some time for myself, and that's what I need to do, and I feel like that was a good choice. So hopefully you guys got something out of that time. Anyway. Oh, man, this is like seriously the third time this card has popped out in some way. Okay, yeah, you guys know the drill. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. Welcome to Crosswatchers. Crosswatcher, maybe you're dealing with an Aries. Message is actually just for you. Take it however it resonates with your situation. Leave the rest for someone else. Never give your power way over to these readings. You're in full control over your own life, choices, decisions. And let's go ahead and dive into your reading. Thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing. Did we say that already? Okay. Temple. That's interesting. I don't know if you guys are praying or you're diving into some kind of religious or spiritual practice, and that's how you're kind of like maybe gaining clarity, answers, anything like that. You could be doing something like that. Okay. We have the desert here, the shaman, and the underworld in the reverse, which I actually kind of like. Okay, some of you guys, it could talk environmental, but, oh, how very interesting. We have a healer in here. There's a person, I don't know if it's you, or there's a person here that has like a different healing modality that they go to. It could be off mainstream, like it's not necessarily Western medicine. It could be like Ayurvedic, or, you know, this could be some kind of alternative way. It's, like I said, it's not mainstream, or it's not really viewed in whatever normal society, whatever. It's whatever they do, whatever they practice, it's not generally seen as like a real way to heal yourself. Like maybe they get talked down a lot or something like that, or people project a lot of their shame onto that person for whatever they've chosen to get it, whatever healing modality they've chosen to get into. So we have the animal, and it keeps coming out in this interesting position, which makes me think that you are like, you have some kind of instincts, like, but you are controlling them. And you know you have to control them. Like you have an urge to maybe do something or like say something or behave a particular way, but you may actually be like really controlling that in like a very strong way, because we have the womb here, which maybe that's some type of feminine who's trying to heal. It could be something about a relationship or an environment. Some of you guys, if you are this female energy, you may be also trying to heal yourself. I don't know if like there's someone here trying to prepare for like maybe possibly thinking of having a baby. There could be someone like that in here. And then there is the vow. All right. Someone could be making some kind of commitment. This doesn't, some of you guys, it could be relationship. It could, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. It might be that for those of you, if you're like focusing on this goal, or someone has a goal to do that, it might be that you have to do all this stuff first, and then you're going to align with someone, or I don't know, you have to like fully commit to something right now that you know would produce something. So even if it's not about this whole nesting in an egg, that can also be representative of something that you're just trying to produce. But it's very gestational, you know, it's got a process to it. And you know how like with a baby, anything you try to produce in this reality, you give it nutrients, like you feed it stuff. You know, a seed, you give it soil and sunlight and water, blah, blah, blah. You have to give it the right things for it to grow into something that you're hoping that it will be. Well, like, so that couldn't even be talking about work projects or things like that, but you'd have to be really committed to something that I think is like there's something deeper underneath the surface that drives some of your instincts to do something that you want to correct, or you want to better it, or you want to like let go of this thing because you know it's maybe the only thing that's standing in the way of you producing something really successful or healthy or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish here in this situation. We have the village in the reverse here, which can talk about this can talk about the moves that you're making right now. Maybe you are going to, sometimes this can talk about you go to your roots and you're like, when you go there, you get all nostalgic and it brings up memories and you think about a certain time when you were in a certain situation and you think, and then you start to realize you overcame whatever you were dealing with back then when you go to that place. And now you realize that you're just in the same exact situation, but you have a different landscape and different people and players. And so now you're like realizing you are going to overcome it, which I think is a lot of the beginning signs of you moving past like a blockage or whatever it is like you're just at a different level now. You're at an elevated level from what you were in the past. But that assessment is really necessary to realize that what you thought you couldn't overcome in the past, you did. And you are where you are now. And you're going to overcome this just like you overcame the thing in your past. You know what I mean? So we have this feminine energy. That's at least some kind of empowered feminine. They're aligned. Like, this person could be highly intuitive. Like, they might even trip you out because, like, you could be picking up on things from this person. And, yeah, or maybe you just know of this stuff, but nobody ever talks about it because people are really weird and I don't understand it. But these are just things like everyone knows it, but nobody wants to acknowledge it or talk about it. And if you tried to, they just gaslight you. So it's like, okay, let's not even talk about it then. All right. So like someone could be praying a lot. We have the Hanged Man. That's Piscean. Like there's a person here that moves around quite a bit, or their process is the village, which can talk about, it's like an Everest type of going back to base camp and then elevating or going outside your comfort zone, whatever metaphorical. It's like you go beyond what you've known. You learn some lessons there, and then you go back to base camp and you recollect, and now your body is like going through an adjustment because like everything about your body is like that. It's constantly like acclimating to different environments, oxygen levels, like, so it's like every time that happens, and I've found this, like the more that you get your body used to a way of being, like a lifestyle, and you move, like you're literally rewiring everything, not only about your neural net, but like your dopamine drives and everything like that. And when you're wanting a transition or you're wanting a significant change, then a lot of the times I feel like you have to prove to you almost have to like get your body into the energetic state of the lifestyle that you want to embody. Does that make sense? You're seriously going to have to rewatch this because I know sometimes you guys are like, what? But I'm just going to keep saying it. All right. So we have a King of Pentacles reverse. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. And we have the Nine of Cups in the upright. Okay. Okay. So there's definitely a couple of people involved here. Hanged Man reverse is a person that sees things very differently, or they have the ability to access different perspectives. And there's a person like here, or like that here in this environment. They are elevated. The Hanged Man in the reverse can be a person who knows how to get out of holding patterns or move through obstacles. Because they're masters at transition. And it's a very unique way. We also have this King of Pentacles reverse, which also looks like a person that's involved here. There could be something about money. There could be something about a work environment. So maybe that's partially why I was diving into some of the stuff about like dopamine and drive and, you know, what you're trying to accomplish right now. Because all of it is interconnected. Like if you want better health, but you feel as though like you're at a job or something that's not like providing that or whatever it is, you're going to start making some changes because your higher self just wants it. So here's this Knight of Swords reverse. So there was a conversation that happened here. There's a person here that's like happy, but there's like, you have to always look at the interpretation of the cards. Oh shiz, there is the Ten of Cups. Wow, okay, this is super good. All right. Wow, they're in the upright. Someone's moving into a freaking Ten of Cups situation because we have the Hermit. Okay, this is so interesting. Okay, so there's a person entering the mix. They are an elevated person in some way. They have some kind of power. It's either they are a Virgo or they have strong Virgo in placements, but they're like coming in. It's an aligned situation. It's either straight up family or like soul family, you know, whatever you want to call it. But whatever it is, something is coming in right now. We have the Two of Wands, but there's a plan that needs to be made. There's the Empress. Wow. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. We got to switch these around a little bit. Oh, wow, these are so freaking good. Okay, and then the outcome is the King of Wands and then the Knight of Pentacles reverse. Okay, there is a person that either owns their own business or runs their own business, or they sit in some kind of position of authority, but they're not happy there, or they don't like completely what they do. I almost want to say you're this King of Wands, Aries. I don't care if you're female or male. I have a bunch of Aries that I know, so I deal with both. So that, I think, could be you. Like, you could have a specific thing that you're really, really good at. It's just a skill. Maybe it's just like even a God-given talent that you were blessed with. And when you continue to activate it, it's like, it's just natural to you. All right. That could be where your confidence is exuding from, it's building you. You could build energetically off of that. You could be dealing, obviously you have like a challenge or an obstacle in your environment that you could be trying to move through, but you have like you may be dealing with a personality type that struggles with your perception or struggles with the way that you do things, because you might have a different way of doing things, or the way you see things is very different. But this person could have some, like, this is the way things are always done. That can be the King of Pentacles reverse, is like, they're like, this is how it's always been, and like, you know, this is what has to be done. And there's a bit of a clash that's happening there, because, and I think it's between you. So like, you could have some kind of wish fulfillment coming into your environment, or someone freaking does. It's a wish or a dream come true. And I guess it's going to move into this Ten of Cups freaking energy, which is like so freaking amazing. And there's been all these challenging energies that you've been dealing with, like maybe some opposing energies, or people that didn't quite understand you, or whatever it was. You could have felt, even there could have been someone here you were dealing with that was saying negative things about you behind your back, or had a negative perception about you, but they didn't understand you quite correctly. You have someone else that is coming in that has some kind of deeper wisdom. They have some kind of knowledge. They're straight up an elevated person. Like, they're a master at what they do. This is a Virgo, and so like they're like so committed to their routines, it's crazy. They don't falter from them, which makes them very connected to themselves. That person's coming into the scene, and apparently it's like a wish fulfillment for you, because this is like some kind of person in your life that you're gonna feel like they get you, and they support you, and they're gonna, like, it's aligned in a lot of really powerful ways, which could also lead to you going into some kind of like family, or, you know, or if that's like an organization, it's like a healthy situation you really want to be involved in. And there's the Empress. where if that's you, I mean, whichever gender you're, these could be the developments that you want to take place, and they're actually happening, but you wanted to be aligned with the right situation or whatever. So yeah, it's like time to plan. You may be making a plan. You might spend some time in introspection or praying, or however it is you get in touch with like your higher self or something like that. You may be doing that. You also could value your independence. But I think when you're dealing with these two energies, it's like you weren't aligned with the correct people. It wasn't ever going to happen because these aren't really energies that you're truly meant to be aligned with, like long term. With these type of energies, you'd just be playing out old karmic shadow stuff. So that's why if there were issues popping up, it was like, that's okay. That's just not your relationship or people. Over there, it will get aligned. So be patient with the situation. But let me dive into the extended, see whatever else wants to come out. If you guys want to join me over there, feel free. Go down below, click on the Vimeo link, see it over there. But Aries, if this is where we leave things, sending you so much love, wishing you all the very best. See you in the next reading. Take care.